Yeah, thanks for coming up, and we wanted to make this a special occasion. On obviously, this is our first time back in the Seafarer Centre since COVID, and obviously we wanted to make it special for Bill, because obviously this is where we conducted our business. But it's an absolute pleasure today to welcome Jenny to the unveiling of the plaque, and we've talked to the Seafarer Centre. And they're going to put it in a strategic place permanently in the Sailor Centre here. So we're going to look at doing that, to put it on the wall. What we would like to do today is to ask Jen and Joe to unveil it, because I think Billy was really special to us, and he really was. And I don't just say that as he was a friend for 30 odd years in the NUS and going into the RMT, and certainly Joe, you experienced Billy both as a brother and as a trade union organiser. We want to keep Billy in our minds and our hearts, and he certainly will be forevermore, because he did a lot. People don't realise how much Billy did, and unrepresented that he was in it, and you know, he is a special person to us. So what I'd like to ask is for Jen and Joe and yourself to come up and maybe say a few words, Joe, on behalf of Jen, if you want to say a few words, Jen, no, to come up and talk about and unveil it, because he, again, can't reiterate how much of a friend Billy was to me and to everyone in this room.
Which, like, I just take on the way.
Yeah, Joe, yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. It's great to be here, and obviously this is brings back memories for myself as well. Just to say in the past, the Caradoc was the first pub where, as a deck boy, I joined the MV. It was a shore saddle boat called the Drina, and we sailed from Seaford. And I remember as a deck boy my first trip, getting drunk in there before we sailed, and many times coming back. So it brings back memories, and of course I've been into the Seamen's Mission here loads of times, so it's great to see you all, and especially some of you that I know sailed with Billy, and knew Billy not just from the Union days, but actually sailed with him at sea, and he'd have been chuffed to pieces, because it was actually not, Billy never looked for recognition for anything that he done, and that's why a lot of the stuff that he did do, you know, remains unnoticed by people, because that's the type of person he was. He didn't champion it and do it. I got a phone call from a woman who said to us about how without Billy, a son wouldn't have become a doctor, because Billy bought him a laptop and enabled him to do his work and to do the things and studying that he done. But it's that type of thing that many occasions Billy done for other people. And of course, this wasn't just for UK seamen, as both Stevie, yourself, and you know, Stan, Stewie, and you all who sailed with him knew. It was his passion to help seamen from around the world, especially those that were being abused, either through terms and conditions and sailing under foreign flags of convenience through the ITF. Billy done loads of that work, as well as fighting for individual people who've been hard done by ship owners and by the system, and he just enjoyed getting so much out of helping people. And the fact of the matter is that, as I said, there are dozens and hundreds of people in this city who've been touched by the things that Billy done. So, you know, he'd be absolutely thrilled and delighted that in this centre he will be remembered, especially by his comrades, by his seamates, the people that he sailed with as well. And he would be really touched by that. So on behalf of me and Jen and all the family, Joseph as well, Bill's son, as you know, lives in Cambridge, you know, he sends his best wishes and his love to you all, and really appreciates what you've done today. So on behalf of the whole family, Bill's two sisters that remain with us as well, and myself, thank you for everything you've done to support him. And I know, as I said, he used to love coming to these meetings, and especially the Christmas ones, because it took him about 4 days to get over it. And then he wouldn't talk about it because he couldn't remember it. And he used to love it, and Jenny will tell you how he used to get all excited as the day was coming, when he knew he was coming down here, especially to have his Christmas drink with you all. So, and I know you're going to be doing that today as well, so you know, just have a drink on behalf of Billy, and remember that he'll be looking down. But as I said, he took great pride, and he would have told you that it was a privilege for him to represent and speak on your behalf. And it gives me great pride and Jenny great pride to be here. So thank you for all you've done, and thanks for. And I haven't seen Neville yet, and Neville done this plaque. He's also done one which Alfie's pushing to get in Liverpool Town Hall. Of course, as you all know, I don't have any influence there anymore. So
I'm a councillor, neither do I.
So I'm led to believe. But we are trying to get a plaque, a big plaque that represents the merchant seamen that were lost during the Second World War, in particular the Battle of the Atlantic. And the Royal Navy, Neville, has done one of those as well. So he was intending to be here, and obviously we've had no contact from him, so he may well turn up a bit later. But he done this, and so me and Jenny went to pick it up and thanked them, of course. So it's great that it's coming to such a great home, renowned for supporting seamen, not just UK seamen, but seamen from across the globe. So thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Do you want to get on?
3, 2, 1.
Brilliant.
So that's it.
Not only in personality but in language. And we'll all remember that, will we not? That'll be sorely missed, whether it be on the telephone or face to face. And he always apologised, but there was no need to apologise. It was just part of his character. A little bit like Billy Connolly. He just got away with it. And nobody took offence by it. But it's wonderful to have this plaque here, and we're going to keep it here in honour of Billy, because he was a great character, and he worked hard for seafarers, as you all know. And more recently, those poor seafarers who got into difficulty and perhaps lost their lives, and when there wasn't a proper inquiry. And I know some of those cases are ongoing, so we can't really talk about or expose those cases at the moment, but Billy will always be remembered for that he was really a man with a mission, and he didn't let go of anything, no matter what it was. He didn't upset people, but he just had his way of doing things. And if people got upset, well, that was tough, was it not, Joe? He just had his, as you do, as it must be in the blood of the Anderson family. But he knew he was a man dedicated to the welfare of all seafarers. He really was. So it was a privilege to know Billy. And in memory of Billy, it's a privilege to welcome you all back. And I hope you will continue to meet here. And we look forward to getting to know each other a little better over the coming months and years. So well done, everybody, and thank you very much.
Thank you, John.
Nursery girls from over in Cheshire. Her name is Rebecca Corrin, and Disney did not want to know anything about the incident which happened, and they said that she was intoxicated and she jumped overboard. She was actually thrown overboard, and Billy proved them wrong after maybe 2 or 3 years. And as I said to Jenny before, he's like a dog with a bone. He will not let go, and he fought tirelessly. And in the end, the ship was registered in Barbados or Nassau, and they sent 2 detectives. They were there one day to do the investigation. The cabin was sealed, and the captain ordered the crew to clean up the cabin and get rid of all the evidence. But Billy saw it through, and in the end he got compensation for the mother and father, and it upset me deeply, because then he had to sign a disclosure, non-agreement disclosure, and the family did. But Billy would not let go, and I admire that man tremendously.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
And then I've got a picture of this merchant navy war, which these people can have if they wish, or you can have it wherever you. Okay, yeah, you can find a place for it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So I'll show you. Just put your stand to do it. I'll show you.
Get on this good away.